I completely forgot to press record on the video, so now I'm like an hour behind on the video side of things. I am sorry. I think it's smoothish. There might be a little bit. We fixed the electricity situation, and we're currently building the base. And I just got through putting the address in my Discord's meme chat. So if you're interested in joining me on this planet and helping build base, have fun. But yeah, it's good to find your own portal close by. Exploration needs. Agreed. 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 It'd be cool to have a knowing of where it is too, just because. Apart from exploration, if, for instance, you have a planet that you want me to see, or have a planet with, let's say, a staff I'm after for whatever reason, potential. I've been looking for. Let me go in here and I'll show you. Show you. So I got technically 2 staffs already. I have a lot of staffs. I'm gonna make third person first, and then boom. Okay, so you have this staff, white crystal, blackish gray body, kinda, sorta. Nah. I found this staff online on Reddit. Go to this planet, do this, boom, you got it. Yay! Now, this staff is excellent. I like this staff, and I'm not changing it. I don't want to change this staff. This staff looks way too good, in my opinion. There is another staff, the one with the hands with the jewel in the center. I can't remember the name of it, but someone in chat knows exactly what I'm talking about. You get it from the autophage camp. I would need to call down my stuff to find different pieces, though. Just check different. So it's not the pieces, okay? It's the combination. It's the amalgamation of the pieces, the supercharged slots, and the color that I'm after, okay? I get hunting down different pieces. I have all of the pieces. I have one of the staffs I want color-wise. And with the supercharged slots, I want on said staff. Third and lastly, wrong colors. The goal I'm after is red jewel, right? In the middle, so you know what I'm talking about. You have 2 hands like this that are like mechanical, and in the center, there's like a jewel, a little dome thing that literally ties the 2 together. I want that jewel and all of the coloring for that jewel to be like all the kind of like how the crystal, the glowy white bit, and the claws on the bottom of this staff are all white. I want all of that red, but on that staff, and then with a dark body, kind of like what this has got going on. Okay, with a supercharged slot that's in a T, like that. I want the Atlas staff, but it's from Expedition. Agreed. Before I knew about that staff, I was after this one, I was after the other one. I found the other one, but the supercharged slots are broken. It's zigzag. It's not a T like I'm needing it to be. If I can find a planet with that staff on it, with the supercharged slot to boot, like, that's where I'm going to find that staff. Because that is my offense, whereas this staff is my scan around. Like, I'm pretty sure this is my maximum scan range multi-tool. Hot dog. No, this is my mining multi-tool. This is like crazy fast mining speeds. Yeah, this is crazy fast mining speed. The other one is, yeah, scan range. With an insane amount of rewards to boot on it. Insane amount. Scan radius is crazy high. Why can't devs just give us an option to pay to add super? I disagree with that completely. I like to add supercharged slots. Don't bring microtransactions into it at all, in any way, shape, or form. Money for a game, bad. I already paid for the game. If you're gonna add more to it, add more. But if it's DLC wise, sure. No paid content. Yeah, I understand your point. My logic. Don't do that. No. If you're talking about resource-wise, I completely agree. Make that resource like one of the rarest in the game. Have it like an RNG drop from a boss or something you can only find on specific planets. That would be amazing. I completely agree with that logic. Add supercharged slots. Allow us to go nuts. I get that would kind of break the game on its power scale, because think about it like this. Space stations, for their stuff, it would have limit like 2 or 4 slots. Okay. So you're not thinking over the top like every single slot supercharged. That would be kind of busted. Just a little bit busted. Just a little bit. I agree though. 2 or 4 slots, I could see that working. I could see that working quite well. We would need. It would have to be a resource. It would have to be a resource of some kind. It can't be Quicksilver. It can't be nanites, and it definitely can't be units. It would need to be something you earn, not buy. So you actively have to play the game in order to get like the most broken staff or the most broken rifle that you can get, multi-tool wise. Honestly, I would not be opposed. I would not be opposed to having different limits for different multi-tools. For pistol style because I don't know if there's like, as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, there are 3 different kinds of multi-tools. You got stabs, you got rifle style ish looking multi-tools, and then you have pistol style looking multi-tools. And then each one of those has their own like sub variants. Like for the rifles, you get the royal stuff, the pistols, you got royal stuff, but the stabs don't. So for stabs specifically, the assembly of different parts can have a different limit of slots depending on let's call it the class you roll, right? Different classes, you have different limits to that supercharged slot, and then so on and so forth, all the way up until you get to the expedition staffs. And the expeditions have like the one extra you don't find anywhere else. I find like that kind of stuff would be excellent, awesome. Like people would be more inclined to do the expedition. You get more engagement out of the content because we're mowing down stuff and having fun, and you have a reason to actually play with the parts and not just look for colors like I'm doing. I feel like that would be, in my opinion, top tier DLC for this game. That would be an excellent way to do that. Always go for a Sentinel multi-tools for the boosted laser. Absolutely agree. I honestly did not know anything about the Sentinel style multi-tools until I got the rifle, and it wasn't a buzzkill. It wasn't a buzzkill, but I had my quip with it, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you why I had to. I'm gonna show you. Hot dog. Let me. Why has he got an alfalfa? Can someone explain to me why this fool has got an alfalfa, and now I'm like the fishing rod is the basic fishing rod, and then this thing isn't. It is its own. It's like a separate tool completely. I get it's a sandbox. It's a very, very, very blocky sandbox. But at the very least, I feel like they could have gotten away with what the Prometheans did in Halo, where after a certain like amount of usage, when you do reloads, sure, this one does a reload animation. Okay, it's got a clip in it. It shoots out, whole 9 yards. There's a little bit of realism to it. Just a smidge. I'm talking the smallest of smidges when it comes to the realism here. But I feel like they could have gotten away with a little bit more reconfiguration of the way the weapon looks. And I mean that in the most blocky way imaginable. Like all those diamonds in the back, if I'm changing to like the scatter blast, adjust the muzzle to make it look like whiter for shotgun's sake. And then if I'm switching to like a beam, like the mining laser, for instance, put the alfalfa on the back. I'm not aiming at anything, so I don't need a reticle. I don't need a sight. I just point and then laser, and then boom, I'm good. I get that's a little picky on my part. I get it. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Ideas don't hurt. If they're bad ideas, let me know. I'm honestly like I'm all eyes looking at chat. I'm reading. I'm engaging. Okay. I kind of want to get back to this because we have a little bit. Okay, good. 2 things. One, we have this right here. Okay. And then we have this right here that goes up. One of these is weird. Why is it? Oh, no, it's... Huh? I went out too with that. Okay. Do I like the 2 idea here? Kinda. Kinda, actually. It adds ears, it adds, potential room. Potential room. Good. Good. This room's already got it, with the exception of this. Boom. Boom. Okay. Let's make sure 2 and 2. Okay, good. Okay. So from here, we need... I could just, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, because that actually works. Floor and wall for that. We can, yeah. Yes. I like this idea. Because that looks so clean. That looks really, really clean, actually. I get there was probably a little bit more I could have done with the back ends of the staircase, but I like the cleanness of having the wall block the view of the staircase so it's not visible. You see what I'm building? Oh wait, put the world address back up for a minute or two so I can see it. I'm gonna drop in. Okay, see what I'm building? Okay, cool, yeah. So in order to get to it, why not join the Discord so you can see it all the time? It's in, is this right here? By the way, that's a bird, sunset, spider. That's what the first 3 are. And then the rest you can see from here. Let me know when you're good so I can go ahead and back out of this and get back to playing. Because experimentation is what I'm doing right now. And I'm like, you caught me in the middle of it. I'm like... I think I'm doing pretty good, but... Was that you I just saw? No, it's not you. I see the loading. Bird, sunset, spider, galaxy, triangle, rocket, eclipse, sunset, spider, sunset, dragonfly, hexagon. I know I mispronounced like all of those. Someone's gonna be like, "That's not the sunset, that's the sun. It's not a spider, it's a rock." I'm kidding. I don't know. I could have just as easily called the hexagon like pizza slice. Before this gets warm. See it on screen saying you're entered. ID. Cool beans. Go ahead and do that then. Click back into this. Set that up. Oh, I just clicked apply as all. Okay. From here, I really like this idea too, having it blocked off like this. I can't do that because of this. Problem is the accessibility. I like the idea of the room turning. That was the kind of initial idea, kinda. With the exception of like a few things. Although I will say that's kinda... That's a little difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Although that actually gives me room to do floors around that. I can encase this whole thing with that, and that can like lead up into something else if I wanted it to. That room's good. I don't know which room is next. I'm gonna guess this one. Yeah, it's this one. Good. Boom. I will say from the outside, it looks a little weird. Not gonna lie. But I think you'll get it when you get here. Keep in mind, I'm in the Calypso Galaxy. I heard somewhere that if you type in the same symbols but in a different galaxy, it'll put you at that planet in that galaxy and not the planet I'm in this galaxy. Makes sense? I heard that that was a thing. I didn't know if that was true or not, and yeah, I figure a warning is fairly placed. If you're in my Discord, you'll see it says Calypso Galaxy just above it. Yeah. That's the only issue with planet addresses, is that if you're separate in different galaxies, because it loosely explains it in the story, from another traveler trying to get to his friend but not being in the correct one and finding a portal and then figuring out that yes, you can go here, but wait, it's not the same planet because it's like a different they treat it like a different dimension in this game. You get a whole new like set of planets that you can just explore, and there are like 200 and something of them. But yeah, you'll need to go to the Calypso Galaxy via the Galactic Center or by portal in a base, and then go to portal on planet, and then plug in those same symbols, and then you're good. Strongly debating on moving the platforms out so I can build the base a little bit quicker-ish. That's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, from here, it's moving up, that's a problem. Four-way glass dome, maybe? Does this work the way I think it will? Oops. No, it does not. Okay. So... You have to be in a group with you to get there, most likely. Oh, okay. I don't want to, like, skip you past stuff. Just follow. Thanks for the follow, fam. I greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in joining me group-wise, and you're, like, in the starting system, I don't want to rip you away from it. I really, really don't, because... Not saying you're going to get to every single planet, but there's a lot that happens in the original system that if you're not finished with the story, or you just don't have the autophage stuff yet, or for whatever reason this expedition, if you've done it and have the thing, but for whatever reason it's put you in a kind of standstill when it comes to a story, because I have yet to do the mission for this either, and I think there's another way to get the Gravitino coil without having to do the expedition. And you might have to do that in the starting system. It just might be a possibility. If you haven't done that yet, though, I don't want to rip you out of it. So, you finished the game many times. I play on custom mode now. Oh, okay. So, that means you're gold. And you could probably... network. This. Oh, wait, it actually showed it right there. My mistake. This. There is my code. That is the friend code to No Man's Sky. Feel free to put yours in chat if you want to. If you don't and you want to keep it private, add Logistic Orb 3 on Discord and put it through the DM. You've done almost everything except permadeath and survival. Crazy. Not gonna lie, that's kind of nuts. Very nice, though. Very, very, very nice, though. Like, yeah. Mountain Dew's good. If you wish to be friend, there is code. Feel free to hit it. Feel free to join. I don't know your code, so new stuff. I was gonna look up something a second ago. I got you. Hey, No Man's Sky friend. We need to do this. Mr. Ganjay. Hello there. Hello, Agent Spike of Averion. How are you doing this fine evening? We're streaming until 8 p.m. today. Greetings from the Averion Empire. Greetings. Greetings. You had my friend code up a second ago. If you're interested in joining this little lovely world of ours, feel free. I'm trying to build up a community on the stream, so yeah. That's if you're interested. You don't have to if you don't want to. Trying to think of where to go, what to do with this, because I'm not very creative. This is very asymmetrical, and there's really only a few ways I can go about building this without blocking off a path. And again, I don't want to move this at all, so I can't do that. Yeah. Yes. Agreed. Agreed indeed. What do you think I should do? I'll be on this for about another week, then I'm off to different games soon. That'll be okay. That's fair. Absolutely fair. I don't have the luxury of getting any new games unless they're free, so you'll probably either see me on this, Warframe because of the new update they're dropping, Elden Ring because I'm trying to 100% that, and it sounds fun. Sounds like a good idea, kinda, sorta, depends on how I'm feeling. Soulframe because it's a new game, and I really am enjoying it so far. And I'm almost done. Like, I've got maybe 6 weapons left, and then I literally have nothing else to do. Looking out the window, I see you in the system. You must have just entered because you're still off planet, but you're okay. You'll need to land at Texand. T-X-A-N-D. That's the name of the planet. Let me think. Just bought 1 month of Game Pass just to play Expedition and new updates. Absolutely fair. I know the feeling of I know the FOMO. I know the FOMO of having a new game or an update come out and needing Game Pass. I hated doing that. I have played Xbox for roughly 15 years now. A little over 15 years actually, closer to 2 decades. I have played all of Xbox. Original, 360, One, Series X, X, the normal X. Oh, you're on. You're actually headed to my freighter. Okay, cool. Um, I loved Halo. I love Halo. Halo is my favorite game by far. Love Halo. Everything about it. It's fire from start to finish. 5 is the only thing I have a complaint about, and that's because the rec system. That is it. Everything else was okay. It wasn't bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly my point. When they did $60 a year, that was by far the best deal ever. It sucked that $60 had to come out, but it was worth it. It was kind of worth it. Game Pass came out, even more worth it. A lot of games for free, and it's only like, what, $7-8 when I first subscribed? That was awesome. Then it went up. Then it went up again. And then I lost my words because $30 a month. I hated the fact that there was also a problem between Minecraft and No Man's Sky. There are two problems with both of those games that are fairly hereditary when it comes to going from a console that needs subscription to PC that doesn't. When you're on console and you make a save or whatever, and it's on that device that you have, let's say, a base in No Man's Sky, or a save, a world save in Minecraft, and you decide to go to PC for XYZ reason, for my reason, Game Pass went up to $30. Not touching it again. I'm not touching it. That is a wonderful starship you have there. That is a Covenant Corvette. I love it. Oh, that's not even a Corvette. That's like a... I forget what that's called. I know it's a Corvette. But I don't know which one exactly it is. It looks like a frigate from like Halo CE. Like they have an encyclopedia and it looks like a frigate, a Covenant frigate. Not a frigate in No Man's Sky, but an actual Covenant frigate that disembarks from a Corvette. Because that nomenclature is backwards. But I left Xbox and wanted to pursue this. I still play Xbox. Don't mistake me. The free games on there, kind of fire, especially Warframe. But I needed No Man's Sky and Minecraft on PC because it was the only way I could really play with my family and my friends. And ultimately, I'm like, okay, I have the majority of the games in the house. A lot of them are pretty dang pricey. I don't want to spend any more than I have to on any of them. The free games are excellent. Awesome, excellent. And I decided to say, you know what? I'm going to have a little fun on PC for once. I put my controller to it because I just can't get used to the keyboard and mouse. That's just me. Problem child me. I can't do keyboard and mouse. I'm a pleb. I don't care. But from console to PC, I can I've learned how to button map, so that's not a problem for me anymore. I've learned how to take care of specific stuffs to allow for better mobility between the two. And the saves are no longer an issue between Minecraft and this because the cloud save from PC backwards to console actually works really, really well, and it's like really, really good. So it works. It's okay. I have not put that teleporter in yet to go from there to up here. You'll have to give me like a little bit to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out how to get the entrance to work because I got the teleporter up and I got the base computer here. Is it so wrong to do that? So I just had a thought. Hang on. Let me... This. Because I don't want to touch anything below that. And this looks okay from where I am. This looks really okay. It's just these starships that are kind of in the way. I'll have to shoot these down here soon. Kind of, sort of, maybe. I like the idea of doing this. That way, all 4 rooms are connected. Don't have to go down a level. They're just there. And you're good. But yeah, I had to walk away and did stuff on PC, and life has been a little bit simpler, more understanding. I can stream my favorite games without having to worry about a subscription in the way. I can use my internet subscription because that's literally the only thing keeping me afloat when it comes to that kind of thing. If the music gets too repetitive for you, let me know and I'll change it to something a little bit more to your liking. I've got some, well, I got some stuff on NCS that I'm actually kind of wanting to, you know, do stuff with, have fun. Oh, did you bring a ship over to land? No. No, but I do see right there, you as a small ship now. That's good. Is that a bug? Oh no, that's actually kind of cool. That's your living ship. That's cool. Heck yeah. I like that. That's really, really cool. How do you get the different types? I've got the one from the expedition, so I don't know if there's like different types of what's it called? Living ships. I just have the one. Can you like customize it in the space station? From here, I need to figure out how to do that. Because I could put a ladder from that going up and into this. That makes sense from all 4 angles. And then from this room specifically, I would need to... Because I don't want to do teleporter. I don't want to. Find a better color is possible after finishing Void Eggs quest. Just haven't done it yet. So, I see the color. I see the color being different. But I'm not seeing the... So, you have different parts on yours. From the expedition... Oh, it's just a Void Eggs quest? Okay. So... Okay. I understand. Not gonna lie, it is very, very finicky. Just trying to figure out how I want to do this. Because I would not mind building it taller. I don't want to go down. Down is not the direction I want to go because I've already set up all of that. And it's, in my opinion, the best I've done in a minute. The only thing I would do downward-wise is expand the distance between the launch pads and the base outward. So that way you can land like a Corvette if you wanted to there. A large one without the base getting in the way. And whoever's present inside the base wanting to build stuff can build stuff without the need to worry about the starships getting in the way of, you know, putting rooms down or setting things up a little differently. Yeah. Pardon me. How do I want to do this? Does this go up? Kinda. So I would need to go up a floor. Just one floor for that to work. Just probably need to build a massive platform for Corvette parking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna expand all of this out because I want to leave the teleporters right where they are because that's like the most convenient spot for them. I want to remove like all of the launch pads. You saw how big yours was, your platform, your Corvette. Yeah. That's my point. That's my point exactly. My thought process is I want to take all the launch pads that are currently there for the starships, and I kind of want to either move them out or build from them out, and then like go 50 blocks in a direction, 50 units in a direction, and then make a 3x3 launch pad for Corvettes to land on. That way you can land on that. And then from there, it's just 4 of those all the way around. And it'd just be one really big, like an upgrade, I guess. Hi, Adam. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm working on it. It's getting there slowly. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do the entrance from the settlement on the ground to this up here, and I think it's going to be too far. I think it really is going to be too far. So I'm debating on building this taller, putting the teleporter up higher, and then having and bump the mic, my bad. There's Mars that have built almost 1-1 scale Star Wars Empire ships. Agreed, and I understand that. I'm doing this without mods, aside from the few exploits that I have done so far. I'm doing this without mods, specifically. I want to see how big I can build this base legitimately. With what resources I have and can glitch myself with, whole 9 yards. I want to see how big I can get this. Like, this would be an epic mega structure if I can make it that. 1-to-1's crazy though. 1-to-1 scale Star Wars ships is kind of nuts. I don't know if you were here for yesterday's stream, but we had Jim hop in, and he showed off like 3 of his Corvettes. One of them was a pirate ship, one of them was a dragon, the other was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It was my understanding that on Reddit, that ship he showed me was somebody who built it in like outer space next to the ring, and it was like flat with the ring. So when you went to it, it was like a space station you could just dock your ship at and then walk up and into. But he's like, no, that's my Corvette with like base parts attached to it. And I'm like, is it modded? He's like, yeah, it's modded. But I like the concept of that being a thing without needing it to be modded was so cool to me on Reddit. And I guess I got like baited into believing someone actually did that. I'm like, huh. That'd be pretty cool if we could do that. Because I know you could expand the base parameter, but I didn't know you could do that. I know I've said like 30-something times now. I'm actively putting head to pavement trying to figure this out. Because the portal is great. It really, really is great right where it is. The platforms are perfect. I don't want to touch those either. I could add another room on top of this one. What if I did that? Because that's already looking like it's about to be too far. I'm thinking glass elevator. Not starting from the ground, but starting from like right here. I build downward like 4 blocks off of each of these. What about biodomes? Biodomes sound good, but there's a problem. When you build a biodome, they have a computer in the middle that hangs down, and you can't put like a base computer or a teleporter in the center of it. And the thought process of the top, yes, I agree, the top will be topped off with biodomes. I want to find a way to first put a teleportation from the ground all the way up into that mega structure. And I don't want to move the base computer from where it is because it's at its lowest level, allowing me to, build towards the ground a little bit easier rather than building it up and just keep going up. And all of a sudden, I'm now out of the atmosphere. Can't do that. Otherwise, it starts bugging out and the base becomes unusable at that point. And I don't know at what limit I'm going to be set at when it comes to that. So trying to avoid building up, but also trying to avoid building down because I don't want to interfere with the stuff down there without I want to stay away from messing with those two again. I really don't want to touch the electricity. I think that's an idea. But the thing is, where would I put the teleporter? Yeah. Does teleporter cables connect to anything besides the teleporter? So there are two cables you can attach to the teleporter. You can connect them to the power because they have to have power, or and the second cable, the teleportation cable itself, you would need to connect A to B in order to get from down to up. Power lines do, yeah. Yeah, you can connect power. Look, you can see it right here. I've got one power line right here for the power, and then one line right there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how well you can or can't see that. If you're on TikTok, it might be a little difficult for you. It's like a blue ethereal line right there. That's the teleportation line. This allows you to go from point A to B. This allows the teleporter to even function. Separate from that, if the power via the battery is hooked up to like the platform that this is sitting in, then the end result is this by default, the teleporter gets power because it's touching that platform. It's connected to it at that point. You don't need a wire connecting to anything. I just did that for the sake of, okay, I have a wire from there to there, which means the other wire should work too. So each one's double hooked up and it's like really, really well done. Apart from that, I think the idea works. I think this idea works really, really well. Because I know from here to there works, and that's about a 8, 9, 10 block difference ish. So I want to do this. I want to build 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to put this in the center. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, leave those the way they are. This center block is then going to move down 1. That's our first platform. Boom. I like this idea here because it facilitates... It should facilitate a person. 1 player can fit inside this. But inside of this is going to be 2. You've used pillars to run power lines long distance, but can it be done with teleporter cables? I don't think so. Because the primary difference between the two is that one's just connecting to a structure and supplying power via some outside plug-in, or in the case of the glass box, you have these little orange rods on the outside it can connect to, and then from that power gets inside of, right? The teleporter has to connect directly into it. So if you look here, that right there is the cable that connects directly into it, and then you go up here to the same thing. You see the blue line shooting out the bottom of that. It's connected into that right there, and it's hard to see the blue smoke right there. It's just shooting down towards that one. If you could do that via structure, that would actually be pretty dang cool, but I don't think you can. I like this. I like this setup. 2 teleporters are needed, though, and I'm thinking we're going to alternate them, so that way it's roughly an okay gist, because I want to be able to move north and go up into. So this side here is going to have platform or teleporter from this to that. This will go down if players want to. I need to build down from here first. 1, 2. I'm just going to keep going down until I hit that battery, because I know the cables will reach battery to battery. And I know the battery above this structure has the distance to go. It can go further. The wire can go further, so it double ensures that I can actually do this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So from here, boom, 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 boom. Let's go up here. Boom, boom. Okay. So this works. Now we want to alternate this, because we're now in the territory of messing with battery. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a little sketchy. Just a wee bit sketchy. Boom, 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 boom. realistically speaking, I could run a wire from this, like, structure to structure, one power line straight up, and then have one battery up there, and then one battery way at the bottom, and it just run power straight up into it. The problem is, though, I'd be sacrificing storage, and that's kind of not good for this purpose specifically. How did we do that? We did 2 on that, so we need to do 2 on this side. Boom. Boom. I like that. I like that idea a lot, actually. It's like an arrow. This is how you go up. Voice chat is off in game. Yes, it is, because I don't want to have the unfortunate event of having someone join via friend code I shared across Discord, and out the blue, all of a sudden I hear 1,000 N-words come across my in-game audio. I don't want to break my stream, okay? I get you could be respectful. I get you can be. That is a risk I am not willing to take. I'm sorry for the protection of my own stream until I can confidently say, let's get into a call together. Please don't hate me for doing that. I'm literally trying to protect my stream. I understand. Allow me time. That's literally the best a person could ask for in a situation where I'm not going to say I'm uncomfortable, but I'm not going to say I'm comfortable. Okay? I want to know that I'm not going to run into that problem before I attempt anything. So bear with me on that part, please. We got 2 down. I think we have 2 more batteries before it gets to that right there. And I don't want to put a glass dome around that. Yeah. I want to put glass dome around that. I want to put glass dome around that battery right there that's on my cursor now. And then at the very bottom, I'm going to do one 2-block pillar of glass next to the console. And I'm going to put the teleporter in that, and we're just going to chain teleporters up, chain link them all the way. And then the very top, this structure right here is going to have the one teleporter that goes up and into, or no, not this one, that one. It's going to have the one that goes up and into base there. Where I'm going to put said teleporter inside of base, I have no idea. I don't know what to do with that one, honestly. I could. No, because then that's there. Pardon me. Gosh. Okay, from here. You need to build a central, like, one room with that teleporter specifically, because it goes from there up. You know what? Why not? Why don't I do that? So, but that's there. That's why I don't do that. Thinking. I want to remove that, and I want to kind of come down with a glass dome, because at that point it'll be connected into the base, and from there I can build up and put a room up high, and it will actually, that glass will connect to a base up here, because there's enough room for chain link up move over, chain link up. I don't want to use a ladder. My hatred for ladders in this game is founded in the fact that the very first base I built, I couldn't think of a way with even stairs to go up in levels without it being one of the slowest, most rage-baiting processes I've ever known. Like Dark Souls, in games like Dark Souls, Skyrim, anything that uses a ladder and it's in like an open area, it makes sense. But to have a ladder on the inside without it being zero gravity sucks. In a space game where 90%, sure, you don't move very far in a spaceship across a star system, but it's very, very egregiously slow compared to going at light speed from point A to B across the galaxy, okay? I'd rather get to where I'm having to go in an instant versus waiting an eternity climbing up a ladder while somehow also having an elephant in my pocket. I see you dancing, you chilling, you having fun. I hope you're having fun. I like that idea. I like this idea. I want to make a glass dome here. I don't want to. Okay, I need silver, but I'm gonna do the glitch to do that. So I want to do this. I want to see what's up in here. It doesn't look like. Let's see if that actually created a hole. Because if it did, that means I need to put floor. Did that create a hole? Yes, it did. Okay. Actually, that does it. That does it wonderfully. I didn't think about that. Okay. Ideas are coming into my brain at Mach speed. Solution found. Type of gist. I need. Is it this way? This way is the one that does that. I think, kind of, sorta. Is this the correct way? Yes, it is. Awesome. Gold. Okay. From here, take this, go down. Okay. I figured it out, chat. I figured it out. Why is it not? Yes. Boom. Okay. And then from here, teleporter. Short range teleporter. Yes. Uh-huh. I want to face, because I'm going in north, so I'll be facing south. That'll put me like this here. I'm trying to orient this to where you can walk in a straight line. Teleport, boom, I'm in base the whole time, even among the teleporters. I think that's... It's a little off-center, but it's alright. It's not terrible. I'm okay with that. Base computer is down there. I can still access it. It's okay. It's not egregious. It's in a glass box, so anybody can see it if they want to. The base is here. Hey, what's up? Hello. That's cool. I need silver, and I need glass. And then I need to build down 1, 2, 2. There's that one, and then I think there's like one more in between. I'm not seeing one more in between. I assume I just need 2. So if I go off of that logic, from there I can actually put that back. I almost forgot. This, boom. Boom. That's good. And I actually like that, sticking in that. That's work. That yes. That works wonderfully. Yes. Good. Boom. I need to do this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Where's all the glass? Did I use all the glass? I don't think I used all the glass. There. No, I didn't. What the flip? Okay, so I have enough to go crazy with glass. Glass is fine. It's silver that I'm after. That's gold. Platinum. Where's my silver? Silver and gold. Hi, dog. Platinum. Silver. Alright, then from here, boom. Boom. I think we go all the way to the bottom. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. We go here. That works. Boom. Boom. Oh, gosh. Boom, boom, boom. It's alright. It's not bad. I don't want to move any more than what I already have. Not platinum. Good. Do you want me to just go mine you some silver? You can if you want to, in my honest opinion. I'm perfectly okay with just doing this, to be honest. You can. I have no problem with it. I'm doing this the lazy way, because I'd like to have accessibility, and to be able to, like, have the base built, so you guys can have fun and, like, decorate and do more rooms and stuff. Okay. I have the silver needed now. This. We're gonna go in here so I'm not dying from natural elements. Okay, we go down here. Mr. Ganje has planted on... Yeah, has landed on planet Texand. Okay, from here. Glass box. Good.
Weather warning, incoming
A little bit further. A little bit. Sadness. Good. Okay. So from here, boom. How do I have that? How does this banner look? It's like situated in the center. What about this one? About there. It's about center. We'll take this one up then. Good. And because that one's situated like that, we want this to stick out. Boom. Oh, no. Well, we're going to move down anyway. Boom. 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 Okay. Does that look about the same? Looks about the same to me. Let's continue on downward. It takes 75 silver just to do one of these boxes. Makes sense. Makes sense. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa. I don't know what just happened, but I am now flying out of the thing. Kind of nuts. Was not expecting that, but that's okay because I can still do that. Let's yeah, let's go in here. Don't mind me, good sir. I just need to borrow your house. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, good. We're there. Power lines are kind of good. And again, it'll get fixed here in a second, like the power line going straight up. Is it this way? Yes. Yes, it's that way. So, boom, bum, bum. Good. And then we got this right here. Eventually my OCD is going to kick in, and it's going to be, what's it called? All hands on deck for rearranging the glass domes on the way down, as well as the teleporters, because I'm looking at it, and that spacing is egregious. Like, those three are so close together. Everything about those three are good. And then you get all the way down here, and then we're right next to the ground. That spacing is way, 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 way off. Way, way off. From here, though, I mean, I could do the same thing. I could do the exact same thing. Boom, 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 boom. We just want to keep on going down. We don't want to stop. We want to hit the ground. Okay, and here, I'll put a door there. Oh gosh, is that directly? That's directly in front of it. I mean, it's right where I wanted it to be. You can still access that. Is there one on the other side? No, there isn't. So dang, that's like right on top, right on top. Okay, we're gonna do this right here. Yep, and we'll go down. Then we're gonna put this one in here. Just one though. Something else I want to do too. In line, because we don't want this to get disconnected at all. If it gets disconnected, that's going to be a problem that I do not want to have to solve again. So we're going to take this, we're going to connect it to this, like, boom. This is now connected. This power structure is connected. I like this up the way it is, and it'll stay that way. But I also like this, and these two will get hidden. Don't worry. Don't worry, chat. They will be hidden. They will 100% be hidden. Don't worry. From here, we need to go from here-ish. Can I plug it in right here and it work? I can, and I will. Because we want this to be as symmetrical as possible, so right about there will do. I'll plug it in right here. Okay, that way it's visible. Does that work? No. Which is unfortunate. I thought it would work. Because that's not... Did I really mess that up that bad? Hot dog. Huh? That don't make no sense, chat. What happened? What happened there? Let's go ahead and disconnect this real quick, because clearly this is incorrect. We're gonna do this. You know what? Why not do it from the teleporter? No, because the teleporter's like that. We don't want that. We want this, and then we want to go up. Uh-huh. Because the rest of this, like, all of these are in line, so we can do that, and it would work the same. At least that's how I think it should work. Let's see. Yeah, that is so much closer than that one down below is. Golly. Oh, I just realized that is gonna need to be a thing. Okay, so my OCD might actually kick in way sooner than I thought it was gonna be. Not gonna lie. That is so much more egregious than I thought it was gonna be. Good gravy. Okay, and then from here, I want to do this up into that. That's gonna get connected the same way. All of this is gonna get connected the same way. This is just to connect it to the base, because from here up, it's already connected. Yep. And then from here, I can do this. Disconnect this. That's still got power. Disconnect this. That's still got power. Disconnect this. Disconnect this. And then delete the battery. And all of that still seems to be connected. The teleporters are connected. They're on. They're good. Okay. I need to disconnect because I deleted that battery. I need to go down one and put a door here. And then 2 teleporters. Just 2 of them. I need to do this. No, this. Put door. Where's the door? There's the door. Boom. We want to go this way. I want to delete that. We're going to keep the doors intact temporarily because I'm going to work my way up to make sure that the connection is good. I might realign the spacing from the bottom up instead of top down because it's easier to do it that way. I can stand in the glass box, connect it all in one fell swoop down, and then teleport my way up, and that would confirm whether or not it's good for transport type of gist. Hello, battery. Door is on this side, so we're going to put door on this side all the way. Good. Let's see about down here. We don't want to disconnect that wire, but we do want to disconnect this battery. Would that create disconnect? No, it wouldn't. Making that good. That's connected to that battery, and then from this battery, we'll have it connected to this. Boom. That looks janky and a little dumb, but that's okay. That's honestly a-okay, because I can disconnect this now. That's still got power running up it, because all those doors are active, everything is good, I don't see any red, so we're gold. We are gold. Alright, now for the hard part. Tedious part, hard part, interesting part. Because we have, let's count them, the end result up there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In up 1, in up 2, in up 3, in up 4, in up 5. End. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's an appropriate number. Spacing. Spacing is a little bit janky. Just a little bit. We already have a teleporter in there. Not going to touch it. That is done. It is this next one that we need to focus on. And I want to do this for the spacing bit. Because if it's equidistance all the way up, it'll be equidistance from... not from teleporter to teleporter, but from block to block. Base of the base of the base, foundation of the base, down a number. that part does not matter. It's from that one down. So if I look, I look up, it's from that one right there, because that one's directly underneath. Wait, no, is it? No, it's that one. That one way up there to that one. And then from that to this. And then that moving all the way up will be equidistance. So, and the biggest gap clearly is between these two. So this is going to move, but before it can, I need to figure out the space between the ground and the floor. And that could be found out by doing... not that. I don't want to do that because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so
Weather warning, incoming storm.
from here up, we need to count 12 and then put the base of that on top. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. That space is a distance. It's a good thing we did that ahead of time. We connected that to this, but we need to do this. So we're going to do... oh, I don't have the glass for it. Big oof. Okay, so I'll disconnect all but what is connected. Where is this connected to? Did I skip this one? I think I skipped this one. Oops. So that might be a little stretched. Unless it's connected to this. I think it's connected to that. It is connected to that. Okay, so it's this block I can't move. At least not yet. I have to build the rest of this first, so. Let's go and delete all of this. Boom. Down here. 1, 2, 3. Huh? And you come over here, put ourselves in line with this, look up, and make sure it's 2 out that way. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, boom. Go to the... Go gadget, go to the thing, yes. Boom, boom. From this down. Okay, this is connected. Now I can delete this because that's connected, that's not. It's gonna have that as the difference, so 2, good, yes, 12 up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good. Boom. Do I have enough to... I probably don't have enough to do that, but I'm going to find out. Yeah, no, I don't. Okay. So it's connected here. It doesn't matter how we disconnect this. We don't want to touch that one. That one's staying right where it is because it's already connected to the rest of the base. It's from this up that it'll be connected. And it doesn't look like it's too far. It really, really, really doesn't look like it's too far. So with that being said, we're going to delete all this. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 from here. It's 2 this way, so good. We got this one here. Oh, oops. This goes here. There. We got that there. Just going to disconnect all of this. Yep. And then find the wire. Hot dog. Good. We're gonna go that way. And from here, we want to do this. No, this. Boom. Up.
Weather update. Storm.
Fingers crossed this works. It should. Go all the way up. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. If you are, consider the like, leaving a follow. I stream Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. onward. Hope you're enjoying the music so far. If it's getting a little repetitive, let me know in the chat, and I'll see what I can do about fixing it. There we go. Power's reconnected. We're gold on that part. And with the exception of the one, the rest of these are fairly equal distance, so we can actually fly through this without having to worry too much. It's going to be a little maneuver every now and then, but I think it'll work. I think it'll be okay. Okay. We don't have a teleporter in that yet. We want to save it for last on purpose because we need to put teleporters in the rest of these and then connect them up to get the desired effect. So I'm facing which way down here to go in? Looks like east, potential. No, I'm facing almost west. Yeah, I'm facing all the way west. Okay. So west will come out. I don't want to have to turn around. That's going to have me face that direction. So thinking. Yeah. Because it'll automatically orient me towards the thing. Just a translation up. Same facing, everything. So I'm thinking from bottom to here, it'll be this. Hi! Hang I have food, chat. Awesome, 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 awesome. Awesome. I got spicy chicken, some rice, a fork, because chopsticks are for the awesome people. I'm not very that awesome, but that's okay. We're gonna put teleporters in this anyway, so might as well go ahead and just go nuts. Good. 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 Okay. Now from here. Oh crap! Knew I was gonna mess something up. I didn't know what, but I knew I'd mess something up. Okay. From here, we want to delete this door. We now have 2 teleporters in here. That is exactly what we want there to be, because one of those is going to come up here. And the thought is, because we're going to be walking forward in west the whole way, it's going to be this door here. It's going to be this right here that does this. We want to turn this almost, completely around. Good. Okay. This way, when we walk forward, we're in this teleporter, and we're walking into that one. And then from that one, we teleport up, and then we tic-tac-toe it the other way. It'll be... We won't be entering north, we'll be entering west because the orientation's off. I can't go that way because of that. And I would have to change up the entire order of that in order for it to work. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to... This is good. I'm not going to change this. But I'm going to go up here. And in relation to that, we're going to go right. So right about here. Boom. Boom. Good. And we want this here. Ow, painful. The 2 of these will be facing the same direction. With the joystick, it is even harder, in my opinion, to... Well, I guess... No, I'm sorry. Keys would be much harder because you click and go. Controller, you have a little bit more of wiggle room. You can, like... You can do that. Ever so slowly. Okay, and then we got that done. Boom. And we go up. I like the idea of a spiral. Let's just keep it going in that direction. Spiral staircase all the way. Yathar. Okay, from here we want door. So we can go into. And then we want to go here. No, this. That smells so good. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna chow down something fierce. Don't worry, chat, you'll see all of it. Because I am mad hungry, have not ate, I've had nothing but Mountain Dew all day. Not high out my brains, but at the same time, I would very much like some food. Food sounds quite nice. Alright, this is good. Now we move up again. We're going to tilt this way. Now we're facing south. I believe we'll be coming out east. No, we'll be facing west. So we'll be going west the whole time. Is this Sprite? This is Sprite. Awesome. Alright, and then from here, we want to do this. Boom. Boom. Yep. That's good. I'm going that way. Oh, I need 2 metal plating. There's literally a mini black hole beside the space station. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Heck yeah. Very, very cool.
Update. Storm clearing.
So, even better for space travel. We got a beautiful planet and a system with a black hole. I'm building a sky base there. It works. Sounds like a fun time. Chicken, chicken, chipcon. I got some chicken. Mmm. About the size of a normal ship. Crazy. That's pretty cool. Heck yeah. Are they like weather events? Do they like come and go type of gist? Or are they, I thought they were constant. I need to go up there and check. I want to go up there and see myself. Sit next to the space station, like to the left or right of it, looking at the entrance. Oh, the door's right there. Oops. Alright, then from here we want to duplicate that. Uh-huh. I'm gonna go up in this. I would need to fly up there. I fell when I got knocked out by the glitch. About the same size as the normal ship. Yep. Hop into that. I could connect it all. Ooh, hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Ganj. Oh, I see you. That's you. My mistake. I'm sitting here thinking it's somebody else. Wait, you're in two places at once? What the heck? How'd you manage that? You're there and off planet. Hey, two different accounts, maybe? 421. No, you're the same. Okay. Hi. Hello times two. Is that a comm ball, but on another planet, maybe? That's you. I see you moving. Hello. Hey, what's up? Hi. What in the world is that? What happened? Oh, thanks for the silver. I have a lot of silver now. Oh, dog. I show. I've got that much silver now. Thank you, though. Much appreciated. Is that a comm ball? It's got me curious. I'm gonna have to go to space here in a second. Okay. Oh, we've already set one up. Okay. Sweet. Awesome. Alright. Chat, let's do this. Because I need to wire that up. It's on this level. This is electrical wire. I don't need that. I need the teleport cable. From this down to this. I want to face this. How's it to... Oh, it's my starship that's too close. Okay, so we're gonna do this then. Pardon me. It's about the size of an airship. I have a ton more if you want. I would. This sounds like a great idea. Also working on my base a little. Yours is looking good, man. Okay, cool. That's your... Wait, is that your base way over there? If so, that's pretty cool. Thank you for the compliment. I'm glad my base is looking okay. I know it's not the best. But thank you. Mm. Mm. Hello, Lee. My mistake. I thought you were, Mr. Ganji. My bad. Thank you, Mr. Ganji. I appreciate you. You work on your base. Fire. You're working on a cabin in Eisentown. Very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. I'm gonna go in here. Boom. Alright. That one goes down to this one. Must attach to structure. Too close to Starship. Okay. Okay. Can you do me a favor, Mr. Ganji? Let's go ahead and just take our starships completely off of this. Because it is taking up, for whatever reason, it's saying that it will not let me put stuff there. Haha, nah. You are Doc Stromboli. You is Dr. Stromboli. You need to... That's your name now. I'm going to call you Dr. Stromboli, okay? And if I forget, I'm sorry. I got Chinese food, so... I gotta think of a name that doesn't sound racist off of that. Yeah, absolutely nothing. The chicken do sound good though. You another one tonight actually, chicken jalapeno. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay. We're gonna work backwards because clearly it doesn't want us doing this. The 2-block high thing was good. That was a good idea on my part. But I need to do this. Teleport cable. This. And then I need to go up. Trust me, this will attach to a structure. Yep. Okay, that's good. That's fire, fam. I got me spicy chicken and rice. Like spicy sesame chicken and rice. It's really good. There's like a whole heaping plate of it in front of me, and I'm jealous because I want some so bad. Like, holy crap. I don't know what happened there, but whoa. Heck yeah. I think we're good. Because that's attached down. This is going up. Okay, so we're gonna do this then. Mm-hmm. Weird. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. That's actually pretty cool. Decoration chip. Heck yeah. We'll definitely be doing that. That's fire. I'm in my player. This is correct. I can't go into that one. It's connected down. This is the one. Oh, no, no. Is this one connected? That is by far the worst thing, in my opinion. Because I've been trying to find ways to make realistic clutter. Fair. I saw a house. I don't know if it was on an expedition. I don't know if it was on Planet Eisentam, like a friend of mine had or not. But I saw a house base thing built off the side of a mountain. And whoever built it did so well. It looked like something out of like a Cody Banks movie. It seriously looked like mountainside summit view penthouse type of gist. It was pretty dang cool.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Hmm. So I think this one's the one that's disconnected. This one brings me down. Yeah, this one brings me down. So up and then here. Uh-huh. I need to do... I need to add a door to this because that's the only way I can get out. And then come back over here. Sorry for dropping the mic. I've covered my mouth sometimes. Adding it to this one. Boom. And then from here, boom, up. That one. And this one is going to be the one that connects all the way up and into the main base. Okay. Now that's done. Let's go ahead and eliminate the door. Okay. Now from here, boom, 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 and the base I am. Yay! Now the difficult part. How to get it up here. I could leave this. Have a one floor gist where you absolutely have to use your backpack, but everywhere else is stairs. And each room outside of like this right here is like sectioned off, so you can adventure all around this right here, and you're in this next one, and then same thing over there, right? Let me add some flooring because I think this was because of a starship that was here. It is no longer here, so it works. This is good. This is good. If you want to pay a visit to me, the address to it is in the meme chat of my Discord. It's entirely up to you if you want to do that or not. Yeah. I've completed the teleporters. I think I'm happy with the jump up from the bottom floor. However, there is one more spot. Okay. What do you think, chat? Should I put... I don't want to put stairs here. Should I leave this as a jump as well? Once you finish, you're down? Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with that. It's cold. I want to chat out with this real quick because this is some good looking food. We're 2.5 hours into stream. We got an hour and a half to go. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit that follow button because you like my content and you want to see more. If you like it a lot, there's a thumbs up button down below if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch or TikTok, I believe it's the heart button. Yeah, click that and you're pretty much gold. Fair. This is just for anyone watching, not really interacting in chat. You don't have to interact in chat if you don't want to. I typically love chilling, honestly. If we can have a joke or two in chat, that's fire too. I'm debating on switching up games next week. I love No Man's Sky, and I'm going to keep playing No Man's Sky because I do want to do that Corvette thing, the meetup. And I'll do like a rank up on stream, and my favorite one gets like a Prelude's key to Soulframe. That's the giveaway thing. And even if you don't want to participate in the giveaway, you could just show up to the Corvette meet and let's have some fun. Tell each some jokes type of gist. There's even jalapenos in this. It's so good. Jalapenos are good. They are good. I'm not complaining. There are jalapenos in this, and they are fire. I love them. The thing I hate about it, though, is with beards like mine, it's hard to see because it's really dark, but my beard goes down to right here. My chin's like right here. It goes down to here. Jalapenos have a nasty habit of when I'm munching, they like sprinkling the beard with their juices. Okay? Not saying that's a bad thing, but the bad part is I touch my beard a lot, and I touch my eyes a lot. I'm not looking forward to that pain later. It's like a light pepper spray to the eyes. Except on top of the sweat from my hands, I'm also getting pepper juices, which, big oof. Yep. I can't even eat pizza anymore. I imagine a Stromboli is 10 times worse for you. I can't imagine what a Stromboli is like. Just munching in it and then having all those juices spill out on you. And then having like habaneros or jalapenos or some other pepper on it. I understand. We know the pain. Me and you know the pain, brother. It is crazy. Crazy how painful that is. Grease too. I was primarily talking about the tomato sauce. Down here, all the pizza that we got over here, not Strombolis, but pizza. They lather that with so much tomato sauce that if you so much as try and take a bite and you have anything longer than a goatee, like a shortcut goatee, you're gonna get messy. I've been clean shaven and still wound up with tomato sauce down my shirt because of how much they put on pizzas over here. There was a time when burgers were the same thing with me. There's a way you hold a burger to make sure nothing falls out. And you think you have it. You think you're good. So you take that bite. And it's not just the ketchup or the mustard or any of the sauces, but it's also the grease. It's peppers mixed in with grease. Because I get jalapenos on mine. I don't know if you get jalapenos on your burgers or not, but I got jalapenos on my burgers. And spicy plus greasy and in the eye. You would think they would cancel each other out. Because you get a little sweet and savory with some spice. But the eye doesn't care. The eye is one very special, fickle thing. You so much as get a little bit of anything in there, even water, and it's gonna burn. Or at the very minimum, sting. Same goes for like swimming pools. Can't take a dip in anyone's swimming pool anymore. Not even one if I owned it. Because of how concentrated the chlorine is, it'll stay stuck in my beard and powderize, recrystallize. After all the liquid has gone out, I'll stick it in my eye. After having just dried off, eyes are good. Fair. I don't have a problem with keeping fingers away from the eyes. It's more like a day after scenario with me. Because when I go to sleep and I wake up, I have sleep in my eye. I'm terrible at having sleep in my eye almost constantly. And first thing I do when I wake up, because it's bad, I will go to rub it out. Trying to get all of it out. Because naturally, mine doesn't just fall off. Mine doesn't just do that. You have to actually pick it off. It's disgusting. But that's a constant. And so if I'm got stuff in my beard and I go to mess with it first because it's in my mouth or whatever after I wake up, and then mess with my eye, and I don't want to use a tissue because it's the same story. Like, it's unlike spices or whatnot. It's like a fine powder that's on it that like powders your hands. And getting that in your eye burns too. Hey, chat, does this song sound familiar? Like, is it the same one that's been playing over and over? It shouldn't be. And if it is, I'm about to fix it. Apart from a bathtub, that's the only place bubbles belong. Above the sink. Maybe a pipe. I don't know if there are like smoking pipes in this game or not, but I feel like that would be kind of funny if you had a pipe sitting on a table and it's just bubbles that come up. I'm trying to remember who. I know they're bad about keeping it out. Like they want to keep that stuff out of SpongeBob, but I can't remember if there was one. There was one character that had a pipe. Maybe Old Man Jenkins in like the wheelchair or something. There was a scene with a pipe in it. I think he was holding. And I think they got rid of it. Hey, Mr. Ganji, just making sure. Are you putting bases on this planet? Yeah, I knew about Walt Disney. I was surprised. You're in your Corvette? Okay. I just seen you place a save point. I'm like, huh. Does that mean you put a base computer somewhere? Not meaning I'm offended by it, but I'm trying to keep this planet like as clean as possible. And to have one base on it kind of works for me. This is more like a community base. Like you have one computer, and then you can build in the settlement like normal buildings and stuff, and just keep expanding on the settlement in that region. And you can keep making stuff all the way around, make it a super city with the settlement in the center, and then the floating fortress in the sky protecting it. Kind of like Alita Battle Angel. You got that little bit. This is No Man's Sky. I'm munching, that's why I'm not moving around much right now. Sorry. Fair, yeah. Rearrange a few items on the ship, cool. Yeah. The armor, the chest plate itself, kind of mid. I feel like they could have done it better. I explained that in a stream earlier on, but the clothing is brand new outside of the helmet, and the back, I believe, is from an expedition. Yeah, wait till you see the autophage. If you think this is cool, autophage is kind of better in my opinion. In my opinion, though, I will say the suit, this suit specifically, without the chest piece that comes with it, by far the best looking suit in the game. The only one that came close to it was the armor you could buy off the Quicksilver vendor, and even it was mid, in my opinion. It to me is mid. I like the bulkiness in the pictures, but from the picture to look on the character, not as good in my opinion. Actually, don't be too sad, because expeditions come back around every now and then, and you could have a shot at getting that collab. You can get the Normandy when it comes back around. You just gotta wait a little bit. And if you're on PC, I might be wrong. Might be wrong about PC, but there's a way to do expeditions before they come back up, so you can get the stuff without having to actually wait the 6 months. Yeah. It's an app. Okay, cool. Heck yeah. Get it. I recommend getting it. It's a great game. It's super, super, like, I'd say it's massive. It's going to take up, like, any normal game you got on your computer or your console, whichever platform you're on. But the exploration factor in this game is absolutely absurd. You could spend years. You could pretty much spend your whole lifespan until this game dies and never meet all of everything.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Also a thing. Players can share their resources and currencies with you, with the exception of, like, Quicksilver. Hop on. We got you, fam. I have Sprite with ice, and I had Mountain Dew right there. That is a weird combo. Pardon me, chat. I'm just finishing off the rest of my rice. $550 million, halfway to the fat billion. Very nice. Nanites or units? I'm pretty decent. Oh, there I am. I'm 138 mil. Units, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I think nanites cap out at like 200k, something like that. Agreed. Quicksilver is the most tedious resource, or I guess currency to farm. Resource wise, is it called plutonium? Hang on. Let me, oh gosh, I made a little bit of a mess. Hot dog. Pardon me. Here we go. Stay. It's not called plutonium. It's the stuff you use for, what's it called? This. Void motes. Those can get tedious pretty quick. This isn't too bad of a resource to get, but this right here, yeah. Yeah, that's very tedious to grind. I'm convinced my Chinese place, the restaurant over here, mixes in the coldest fountain water known. The Igloo, if you've ever had Igloo fountain water, you know what I'm talking about. You drink it, your mouth is numb. You put a mint in your mouth, you will see Jabus that same day. Okay? Your mouth will begin to hurt. It is so minty, cold, fresh. Like, the mint amplifies the cold amplifies the mint, and it's just a you've taken a bite out of Mount Everest, how cold it is in your mouth, right? Except they did something completely weird, something I never thought they'd do. They put the coldest fountain water in with Sprite and somehow managed to get the same effect in my mouth. Like, I drink this, a little sip of this, and I'm right back where I was with that fountain in the mint. And I get the, like, Sprite, no. So, there's a difference. There is a difference. You have a spicy mint, you have a spicy Sprite, okay? That's cool, okay? It's okay. I'm talking about the other effect, aside from the spice. I'm talking about the cooldown you get. The super hyper... There's no other way to explain it, except to someone who's lived in the South and know what I'm talking about when I say igloo fountain, specifically. I'm talking about those little things you put, like, the 5-gallon jugs on top of. You tip it upside down, you screw it in the top, and then it's got hot and cold on either side, right? When you put the cold down, it freezes your hand when you pick up the little cone they put next to it, okay? It freezes your hand. And then you put the mint in your mouth, and it's just torture at that point. It's good, but it's torturous because, oh my gosh, how cold did you want your breath to be? You know, yeah. Yes, then. So you do know. Okay, you're right. Yes. Yes. Now imagine that, but with Sprite in the mix. Like, you have the sweetness of Sprite, the spiciness of Sprite, and then the blizzard that is everything about that fountain on top of it. Not saying it isn't tasty, but holy crap. How do they make it feel better? Like, how do they get it to where your teeth feel like they were just freshly brushed? Like the aftermath of toothpaste making your breath minty. Pardon me for standing up. I gotta fluff my pillow. My butt hurts. But that, in my opinion, is what I've got right now in that cup. Is just Sprite that's crazy minty, crazy good, crazy cold. It's just that good. It's honestly just good. Right where it is. Alright. We in this base, we are gold here. We have a teleport system going all the way down, so you don't really need to worry about well, there he is. There he is. I do want to do this though, because yep. Whoa. Jim, was this you? This is the big ship. Jim, are you here? I think this is Jim. Who is this? This is Mr. Ganji. Mr. Ganji, did you mess with the settlement? Did you upgrade said settlement? You're here. Had to go grab something. You're good. You're good. I was just curious. Like, did you upgrade the settlement? A lot? No? Okay, so that had to have been Jim then. Holy crap. Said it wasn't owned? Well, I own it, I think. I built the, what's it called? I built the office. Is it over here? It is over here. It's right here. Yeah, none of these buildings are S-Class. Huh? Did you guys see that too? I'm not alone when I saw that. Okay, hang on. This music is good, but man, is it on repeat. And it's just not, it's not working the way it's supposed to. Hang on. I mean, this is what I'm after. I want to do openness.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Hot dog. Sorry for the pause of music. I'm trying to fix something for you guys because, golly, is it supposed to? Yes, this shuffle and play. I've been able to add this before, and I don't think it shuffled them the way they were supposed to. So now I'm looking at it, and it should be good to go. Should be alright. Should be good. I'm gonna do this. I'll minimize it. Should hear music just fine. Overseer's office. Reopening building. Yes. Hey. Absolutely kind of nuts, not gonna lie. And genuinely surprised by a lot of this. I should take a song request just once. Okay. So, hang on. Allow me to explain what's going on here. Okay? If you're looking at this on TikTok, you'll notice there's a link right there. That link, specifically, is to no copyright sound. Metallica, slight problem. Copyright. Nothing crazy. You're right. Nothing crazy. That link right there has a policy. Free music, so long as the link is in the description or the title of the thing. Yeah. That's the one thing that I've been dancing around this whole time. And I finally found these guys that have a policy that says, hey, so long as you put a link in your stuff, you're gold. Metallica is one of those band group artists that you have to explicitly ask and potentially even have to pay to use their music. Not that I'm opposed to listening to Metallica, but that I'd rather not have the worry. It was Twitch only that had copyright. No, it's YouTube as well. YouTube is very bad about it. Twitch, there's something you can do with the tracks to get a workaround to happen. But YouTube, because I'm streaming to both Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, all three at once, if it's played and heard over stream, yes, I'm streaming across TikTok. I said YouTube had problems. YouTube has problems because you can't work with the tracks to get them to do the workaround you can on Twitch. TikTok is like YouTube in the sense that you can't manipulate it unless you use their studio thing, and I'm not using their studio thing, I'm using OBS. So when I play something and it's hooked up to the mobile view that you guys on TikTok are getting, you're going to hear everything that's coming through to Twitch and YouTube as well, making that a whole other thing. I could disconnect from TikTok, but there wouldn't be any music. It'd just be me talking and the game sound, which I guess some people are okay with. But for the vast majority of the time I've been streaming, no music. So my thought process was, let's put music to stream. Even if it's not exactly the same tonality the whole way through, I'd rather have music on my stream. So there's something at the very least you're listening to, aside from explosions off the distance. Not saying that they're entertaining, but that music is good. So if I recommend a royalty-free song, it would be accepted. Potential, yes. I have no problem taking requests. I have no problem doing a royalty-free song. I would highly please, I will make sure after you send the recommendation to me, whether or not I can use it. If it at all involves any form of attribution aside from that link or payment of any kind, I cannot do that. You said there was a black hole here? There is a black hole here. Wow. Okay. You said it's right next to the space station. I'm actually kind of curious as to what the heck that is. Whee! Mini black hole right next to it. Huh? I'm here. Where it at? Where the black hole at? Where the black? Oh, there it is. It is a mini black hole. Wow. You're right. That is kind of tiny. That is the smallest one I think I've seen in a minute. What is this? I don't know what that is, but okay. But yes, I am 100%. That is tiny. That doesn't have the field to it either. Oh, no, it does. It's just masked a little bit. Do you see that right there? Do you see the bottom right-hand corner of my screen? See how it's got like a filter over it? I don't know if that's just the ship. I don't know if that's the gravity thing going on. But those are automated miners I put down. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know what the heck they were. I was curious as to. I was just curious. Loving the Duck by Kevin MacLeod. Go to royalty-free music. Are you entirely sure about that? Let's adventure through this black hole real quick, and I will take a look. I will look it up because I feel like I'm okay with looking that up. Used here and back on old GTA videos. Okay. So there comes a second thing. Hang on. So when credited by okay, I'm looking at it. It's free to use, but there's a problem. Same gist as NCS. Yeah. Hang on, let me. Real talk. I did not know that was him that did that. Real talk. GTA. As for GTA videos, I don't know about that. But that was funny. It is very, 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 very much so overused. That is everywhere, all over social media. Yes, it's overused. And yes, citation's a thing. I have to include the link, the author's name, and something else regarding it. I have to do all of that in order to abandon Crucible. That's nuts. I have to do essentially the same thing I did with NCS, except because of the way citation works between TikTok and YouTube. YouTube's pretty easy because I could just throw that in the description, call it a day. TikTok is the problem though, because TikToks don't have a description. Yes, you're right. For small videos, the 2-second, 2-minute stuff you see on your For You page that aren't lives, they have a description that you can manipulate before posting. Not that. I'm talking about the description of stream. You don't get a description for stream. It's just a title and a bunch of hashtags, which makes things kind of impossible because you either then have to include it into the title, which means I would have to change up the title, and it'd just be my title, me, and then a bajillion links off to the side, which I can't do because titles are limited by characters. So if the links are beyond A, B, and C, NCS, these guys right here, have 2 sets of citation they allow. The first is that link specifically in the title for that. That's a lot of work of fluffing it up. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I get it's a joke, but that I'm just... I am further... I am explaining my point. I'm explaining my position. Because I'm all for... I am 100% for music suggestions. I have been looking for music to put on my streams for forever. And I finally got it with these guys. The citation isn't extreme. It's not super invasive of the video. And I don't have to pay. And it works. So the brood is here. This is a marshy moon. Swampy? So I wouldn't know any of this without you. Yeah. Even further. That further goes to my point then. In the event you do want to wind up streaming one day and you're interested in playing music, just know that copyright infringement's a thing. You don't want to get caught doing it, because if you do, that's bye-bye Twitch, that's bye-bye YouTube, that's bye-bye TikTok, that's all of your accounts. So not only would you be instantly locked out of posting said video, but with enough of them, that account gets deleted. And then from that deletion, if you try to make a new account, YouTube has a pretty strict policy on it. If you get deleted and it's by YouTube that you are deleted, you don't get to make another account. You have to literally, like, become a new person or live out the sentence they put to you. And then you might be able to make an account in, like, 50 years. Who knows? There's honestly no telling with them. And that's the worst part about them, is that after a deletion, you're literally stuck on YouTube's home screen. No account, so you can't view anything 18 over. Your favorite content creators, if they have even a little bit of the wrong thing in them and they get content or age restricted, that's game over. You don't have that person to watch anymore. Twitch is crazy because they will straight up break your account. So does that mean video accounts? Yeah, videos are the same thing. Videos and streams, if it's counted as a copyright strike, that's channel wide and that's for everything. That's not just for streaming. That's not just for videos. It's not just for shorts. That is one copyright among all of that. 3 strikes and you're out. Twitch is crazy because they have selective decision making when it comes to the disciplinary policy, if I'm not mistaken. If for whatever reason they see like someone saying the wrong word in your chat and it's condoned by you, or the automat doesn't take care of it outright, or something about on stream, like the call I was mentioning earlier, if somebody hops in one of my calls and they start just blasting the N-word over stream, that could be it for my Twitch. That could be it, period. I won't be able to come back to Twitch. TikTok's, I don't know. TikTok is a big question mark. That is a very scary subject on TikTok, because I think they have the same power Twitch does, at least over their own guidelines. They have the same power, and it's a little terrifying because I've heard conflicting stuff. I've seen conflicting stuff. Like, they're somewhat like YouTube, where they're not completely subjective over who gets what kind of punishment, but that if it's included at all, like, they don't allow children on their shorts or in their streams or in their videos when it comes to TikTok. if they're even seen, that video is automatically not going to the For You page. So no ads, no views, no nothing. You get nothing from that video. Same thing with firearms. Firearms in YouTube, oil and water. They don't like it at all, but they allow it because educational purposes. And in only that context, they're used, it's okay. But in any other circumstance, any other situation, any other issue pops up with a firearm involved, instant block. They don't play. Movies, but you say you watch another person's YouTube video on stream, they get clean that. So that falls under reaction content. That's my understanding. Videos counts, well, yes. So it's like reaction content, but the thing is, and that's where the gray area is with YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, as far as I know. Once upon a time, it used to be your face, your reaction, your content had to take up more than half the screen, or somewhere around a proportional thing to where your viewers can see your reaction, the content that they came for, and then the content you're watching, so that way they actually see what's happening. The whole point behind the reaction issue is if, let's say, my face takes up 75% of the screen, you're watching this on your phone, TikTok for instance, and you can see my face here just fine. But down there, let's say there's some microscopic text that I myself, looking at the screen, reacting to, had to squint, view in, go crazy nuts on. TikTok might allow you to zoom in. Sure, they have that functionality. But YouTube and Twitch don't. They never have. And it wasn't until YouTube brought their shorts out that, yeah, you can zoom in, you can do stuff left, right, and center. And I can't remember the last time I've zoomed in on a YouTube video, because 9 times out of 10 it's either on a PC, my TV, and if it's on very rarely my phone, like, that text is so microscopically small, I'm not concerned about the text. I'm concerned about the people I'm watching, the funny duddy thing that happened over yonder. And it's a gray area because just like you can say to me, this little bubble I'm in on TikTok is taking up 5, not even 5, more like 15% of the screen on your phone vertically, right? You could just as easily say my face is taking up half the screen. You don't want to see my face or my reaction or hear my stuff. You came for that content down below, which is entirely the case. It could be the entire case to it. At which point the problem becomes, what content are you putting out? This or this? And if it's not a combination, so you get a reaction, you can react to that and get a reaction off of the viewers at the same time, it becomes a problem of, okay, you are now abusing this guy's content, and this guy's content is not for free use. It's not for commercial use. So kill this, put this back up, and you're good. Don't do this again, though. If that makes sense. Nui Sairu. Parched planet. It's thirsty. So all the other streamers playing licensed tracks are just waiting on the day of the claim one? No. So, three things. Because it's under classification that different people have copyright stuff. So, for instance, like Metallica. Metallica is their own artist, their own band. They patented their songs. Anything sung by them, played by them, or wrote by them is their property. It's like owning a house. And that house is allowed to be used by anyone, but under X circumstances. That X circumstance is your boundary between free use and copywritten. If it's copywritten, that house is yours. You can say no one's allowed to be in here. It might be fair use for anybody when I move out, but this house, because I built it, because I made it, because it's an original idea of mine, no one's allowed to use this. I'm using this for my monetary gain, and no one else is allowed to monetize this because it's mine. You can enjoy it, but you can't recreate it. The second is like a licensing type of gist, where one of two things happens. Either A, you give citation and it's under for use, so like what I'm doing here with NCS's stuff, you link their site, and per their policy, per their rule of the house, because all of this is like divvied up amongst a lot of different artists, it's not just that company publishing music. They have contracts with their artists that say, okay, these guys can use my stuff for free, and in exchange, we'll pump out music for you so you get the exposure, and eventually when you release your own track, monetization worthy of your work. So this might not be your best song on our site, but your best songs could still be yours, and you get money from it. Okay? That's one licensing, where the artists allow others to promote their stuff, gain exposure, and allow others to use for free with citation. That's their whole policy is on stream, that link's present for their citation. If it's a video format, every song you hear right now would need a link, artist name, whole 9 yards in the description. That's why if you go to my Orbs Vault, when I first did this music over stream, there is no music in that video. I've completely separated the two. So what you hear on stream is not what you hear in the video at all. Looks like we have Ray. We found a scalding planet called Ray. That's funny. The second thing is monetary, monetary licensing, where you're literally renting that house, leasing that house, but it's not to own. So on top of you paying the creator, they also take a percentage of what you would have earned by playing their song. And that's you contacting them directly. Hey, Metallica, can I use your Carol of the Bells for this stream I'm doing? Sure, no problem. I'm going to charge you $25 first off for asking, because not only have you just wasted my time with a question that you could have easily looked up online, but you also have to give me the royalty cost. Okay, how much you want of the percent that I make from it? Well, that depends. How many viewers, how many A, B, C, D, E, F, G do you have when it comes to your channel details? If I have a crazy following, like 1 million views, I'll take whatever revenue is equal to that of 500,000 views. So $500,000. Okay? And then from there, you would pay that number from the views on the video in the same margin to the followers on your channel, so they get the royalty fee and what you paid them, $25 that you got. That's the other attribution licensing type of gist. And I'm sure there's more to it than that. It's a very oversimplification of it, but that's been my understanding of copyright for a minute now. And if I've gotten something wrong and someone knows better than I do about that, feel free to put it in. Yeah, a lot of technicalities. A lot. Because it could easily, the same thing can occur in housing where you're renting or leasing a house, but it's not to own. You know how there are some clauses, some neighborhoods, like the ones with HOAs, that say you can't like cut your grass but a certain length above the ground. If you cut longer, guess what? You're out of a house. Same story. Except they'll go as far as to say, okay, you could play this, I want royalties, you have to play it in a different key. Oh, and it can't be longer than 5 minutes of your video. Like, brother, how many restrictions are you going to put on me before I walk away? Technicalities. It is egregious what they can do, but it's theirs. That says noises. How fitting. Noises 15 with aggressive sentinels. That planet sums up every single thing about copyright in its name and description. It is even as toxic as some of the people who lease their crud. Look at that. It's miasmic. That is a toxin-based planet. The pull on that one. Everything about that sums up copyright and the issues people have with it. It's just a cesspool of aggressive creators and a toxic environment no one wants to be in. But the music sure is fire. That is amazing. I thought that is insane. I cannot believe we actually caught that. Oh man, that's awesome. But that honestly explains it. That could not be a better summarization comparison wise. I don't know about this planet, though. I mean, you got Bilonin M31. It's a glowy planet. It's viridescent. You got star bulbs on it and high sentinel activity. Same story. It's like the two different types of licensing. A whole bunch of technicalities. A lot of people use the stuff you can credit others with. It's very shiny because it's awesome. It's like some of it's good music, some of it's not so good music. So it glows a little bit. It's got that little rustic shine. But it's just the same as noises. I lost the planet. How did I lose a planet? The planet's along the ring. There it is. It's just like this, where the Sentinels are high in activity. Everything about everyone wants this. But not as many people are willing to defend their original ideas as these guys over here selling their stuff in the meanest way possible because it was their original idea to begin with. And I get the defense. I mean, credit due to whoever it is. But you ain't gotta be mean. I'm trying to buy a house. I'm trying to live in it. I'm trying to, like, buy your music to not just promote you, but to promote me and, you know, have a good time with people who, you know, share the same interest in music. What are you willing to sacrifice? Your sanity and a little bit of money for this? Or a small slot in your description for this? And with some technicalities bound to happen. I mean, the choice is obvious, in my opinion. The technicalities are roughly the same, because any one person can go to NCS and go, hey, I don't want my music a part of your company anymore. I think it's atrocious. Yada, 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 yada. And the end result be, okay, now everyone who's ever played music, get rid of it, because this guy doesn't like you anymore. Yeah, it's not bad, but I'm saying it's not their best. It's not what everyone goes to. You don't go to Taylor Swift to listen to a Beatles song. You go to her to listen to, like, Firework. I'm pretty sure I just made a lot of Swifties angry when I said that. It's same thing. You don't go to her for that. You go for a Swift song or for what she stands for and a likeness between two people. You don't sit there and go for Beatles at a Swift. That's Katy Perry. Same thing. They're the same person. They sing the same notes. I don't want to hear it. I'm kidding. But the logic is the same. You don't go to Katy Perry for Taylor Swift. You don't go to Taylor Swift for Katy Perry. Don't hate the K. I'm not hating the K. I'm not hating the K. There's no hating Katy Perry. I'm just saying you don't go for one for the other, and vice versa. Their music might not be the best when sung out of each other's mouths, but it's what passes for good music. And everyone wants a piece of it, but because of the original idea being patented, you can't touch it. And to each their own. That is perfectly fine. I'd rather cite people and run the risk of them saying, no more, and then have to take out music than, oh no, you don't have to pay. You know? And the best part about what I'm doing on this is it's a different track completely. So on YouTube and in stream, I'm running 4 different audio tracks. My voice, the game voice, party voice, so if I'm on a call I can separate people's audio. And then music on a 4th track. If the music is bad and the music doesn't work with any artist and I have to remove the entire album and then find new people to cite and put in, I can do that on 1 track and it'd be completely fine. I just replace the music and everything else is the same and it work. Spiscle. Spice. 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 We get the point. You get my point. Copyright is a pain to bend over. It's really, really painful to just do. Unknown moon. It's purple. Shiny. Flourishing moon. Starbulb. Salamander. Mega 56P7. Acrid planet. Fungal. Very toxic. Big bad. I've never seen a planet called Mega before. Unknown planet. New Ale Berber. Blood planet. High sentinel activity. Looks cool. Why am I looking through planets? I'm not. Outside of, you know, Discovery, because Discovery. Kekros. Kekros is cool. What kind of planet is that? Obsidian bead. That is molten. That's how that is. Oh, hello. I'm just looking away, having fun. I want to kind of leave that base alone, and eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to it a little ways down the road after I've gone through like several galaxy cores, and I want to see what the community has built. If you're interested in building on that base specifically, the address is in my Discord. Go to the meme chat. You'll see it there. Have fun. Add on to the base. Don't add more bases, but add on to the base. Okay? Keep adding on to it. Make it big. Make it healthy. Make it huge. Because when I return, and that'll be in like... Let's give it actual time. Let's say a month. Right now it's what? It is March 19th. So April 19th, I do have all the decor from the anomaly. That's fire. So on April 19th, there's a little bit going on that weekend before, but the weekend after, it's fire. Not the weekend, because I want to do it during stream. I'm big on forest building for my bases as well, though, especially ancient pine trees. So, there are no pine trees on the planet, but there are, like, oak trees. And I'm situated above a settlement. And the thought behind, I believe it was Lee, it wasn't you. Was it you that said that? It may have been either you or Jim. I can't remember. That gave me the idea. You got the pine trees I planted. Yeah. Wait, you can plant pine trees on different planets? That I did not know. That is pretty cool. Do that. Invade the species of flora in my planet, because that would be fire. The idea was to build normal to the settlement looking buildings around said settlement, and then just expand across the ground with a single jewel platform monster in the sky looking over the city. Lakes and ponds love adding lilies and underwater crystals. Heck yes, dude. You are just an artisan in this game, aren't you? Do you terraform? I'm kidding. That'd be pretty cool, though, if you did. That'd be really, really cool. I get moving around the landscape is cool, but every time I've done it, it's always, like, regenerated and messed up my base. I'm like, ugh, come on. Check my base for some reason. People can't download it. How massive is it? It's an Eisentam, too, I bet, isn't it? It would make sense if it was an Eisentam. Should I eventually, like, forego? Because I want to be able to take my ship. My ship? No. I want to be able to take my stuff through all of the galaxy cores, the galactic cores. One building at the moment, just a lakeside fishing cabin on my own planet. Only one base on this one. Really? Only one base on this one. That's crazy. And no one can download it, huh? Metallurgic Moon, Gamma Planet, Arctic Planet. Golly. That is a menacing looking space station. So it works though on its maxed out population. Okay, cool. So it's a settlement with a base next to it, lakeside. A lakeside settlement actually sounds pretty dang fire, not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping for an autophage settlement. When I first touched down on Texan, I wanted to find a autophage settlement, but I couldn't. Not the one you find with the staff, but the settlement that's purple and glowy, right? I wanted to find one of those and then set up base near that. I'm still tempted to do that. I want to kind of find another settlement like that and then put a base near it. Regardless of what it looks like, I kind of want to just put one there. Make that one like the neat looking one versus the horrendous brick, the Lego brick that's in the atmosphere on the other one. Being built to be a city, the cabin has 3 galaxies. Huh? Pair XI. Interesting. So, okay, I'm gonna break down that sentence. You said, nah, settlement base is being built to be a city. Okay, that sounds great. Awesome. The cabin is 3 galaxies over to prevent cluster. Look, you're talking location. My brain went to your cabin is 3 galaxies large. Star systems. Large. Based on the same general idea in space to link them with trade routes is my thing. Absolutely fair. That makes perfect sense. My brother and Jabus, you scared me there for a minute. Genuinely thought you were a time traveler. About to start asking, how in the world did you make a cabin 3 galaxies large? How many lifetimes have you spent on that one cabin? I don't think I'm crazy, but brother. So planetary outposts, different category systems linked. Okay, that is really cool. That is really resourceful too. I think about using it like that. Did I go through the black hole already? No, the black hole is present in this system. I'm just looking for it. There it is. Alright, look at this. That's it. Balingo. 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 That is fire, though. Linked via teleport. Is that one here? Linked via teleport-ish? Economy. Oh. Here's a little bit more you put up. Whoa! Yes. Those are Chad in the trade market when it comes to interplanetary marketing. Is that about right? Really? See, I kind of figured with the cores being a thing that would be a potential, but I didn't think it'd be like an actual, you could own a space station. If you could own a space station, like legitimately, that'd be fire. I already have a space station. That Texan space station, I want it. I want it bad. If I can own that space station, 100% would be yoinking that. Love the coloring on the inside. I don't really care much for the ball on the outside, but the inner stuff. Use a module for it instead of planning station. It just doesn't work. Huh. So you can get a module for the space station's cores, and from there it's supposed to allow you to purchase said space station or do stuff with it. But instead there's like an error that pops up. What if that's like a quest they do later on? Hello, friend. His best friend. Sorry, I do not wish to board this vessel. I'm looking for planets and stuff. That kind of sucks, honestly. I was entirely looking for word to a space station that you could own. That'd be pretty cool. Why does that one got glitter? Incurba on board planet. Last time we went to a blood planet, we almost smashed into a mountain. I want to go to the purple one. Sakella. Alright, with a huge computer and you'll see the option. Yeah. I'm used to seeing the option. I didn't know that the error was in response to you attempting to own it. You know? You saying it doesn't work makes me think it doesn't work. So, a check. Fiery planet. What's this planet? What did? This is a purple planet, tropical planet. High sentinel activity. Also don't have the personal black hole for the freighter. The, what's it called? The thing that allows you to mess with your inventory inside of it from like a distance away. It's expedition locked? Huh. Oh wait, no, you're talking about the random emergency jump thing, right? The emergency warper that you queue up, it like breaks a couple things and then you like keep going. It's supposed to be like a slip space for it. You can install a personal black hole on the freighter if you speak to the captain, it will spawn. Oh! The freighter to use anytime. That's insane. That's really cool to know. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's very cool, and I would love to see a black hole, personal black hole for the freighter. That concept alone is like, huh? That would separate a lot of this game from a lot of other games. Having a personal black hole in your pocket. Joe might have one, but that's a topic for another time. That said 2 planets. I just discovered 2 planets. What am I doing? Just hated speakers. Fair. You know what? I'm gonna quit. You know what? Genuine curiosity. Let's head to the anomaly. I want to see which one it is. Because I did every single expedition that was re-rolled this past Christmas. I did 20 when it first came out. I did 21 when it first came out. 21 is the most recent one, just so you know, anyone who has not played No Man's Sky at all yet. From here, if you take a look at the re-rolls from past years, I haven't done the 12. We're about to see it. Fine. So I did that one. This one was when it first came out. This one was when it first came out. I did this one on reroll. I got the Mega Mouse. I did this one on reroll. I did that on reroll. I haven't done 16, 15, 14, 13, or 12. 12 is the one with the Atlas Scepter. I would very much like to have it. I haven't done 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I have done 2. I got the Normandy. And I have not done 1. Apparently 1 was just before I actually picked up on expeditions as a whole because I didn't know what they were. I thought they were like a permanent deletion of whatever main save you were on, and it didn't like merge or anything. But in actuality, I was completely wrong. It just creates a new world and then you revert back and then it merges. Black hole for the freighter to use anytime again. I just Expedition 10 is called the Singularity Drive. We have. I want that, and the one thing I want from the thing, that one. I love how it says I have these, but I haven't done these. Huh? I don't know. Also, not seeing drive. Banner, decal, title, helm, drone, trail, poster, poster, poster. Yeah, I have the red one as well. I got the one from Expedition 20 though, because it looks, in my opinion, a little bit better. Just a little bit. Hello, construct egg. I like the fearsome visor. It looks neat. Expedition 8. Okay. Helios egg looks fire. I want that jellyfish. That jellyfish looks amazing. Flaming barrel. It also says I got the fleet commander's cape. I don't know how I managed to get this, but I did. Navigation archive. High gravity poster. Is it archive? Is it this? Secure map containment. Not seeing it, bro. Data display unit, secret decal banner egg. Nothing on 8. Did they take it out completely? Organic frigates. I've got literally all of the organic frigates with the exception of like. I'm gonna go ahead and guess these two. Oh wait, no. This is an actual Leviathan. This is just a companion. Decoration-ish. Cape. Cool. Decoration flag. Decoration flag. I have that one. I don't have that one. Quad egg. Cool. Decoration. That also looks pretty dang cool. I like the exotic armor as well. How about that one? Did they take it out? I only got one organic frigate. Hey, the quad is my baby. Best pet. Agreed. Quad is pretty good. I'm looking for the singularity thing because I was looking at the other one. Oh, hello. What was that? System simulation. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing it. Jetpack, flag. Power. Okay. How about this? Not all items. Let's do. There's that. My companions. It wouldn't be multi-tools. That's the only one I don't have, and I'm kind of salty about it. Starships. I want that one. That one looks fire. Absolutely amazing, in my opinion. Appearances, no. Gestures, no. Base building parts. Construct a habitable base in order to have that up. It's not. It is just not available anymore. They literally said, "Here, you have this for this," and everything else is gone. Just Google it, best available on No Man's app now. Okay. Interesting. So you can still get it, but it would need to be modded in or traded, duped, and then traded amongst like players. No, because that doesn't work. You can't put multi-tools in that. And I know it's not a multi-tool. It's like a, what's it called? It's an actual, like, I wanted to say either segment or blueprint, but I think BP is definitely wrong. That's Warframe. It's an attachment to up stats, but it's for your freighter. So, eh. Black hole is present here. Look at that. Black hole was waiting for us the whole time. The whole time. Chat, we are in the final 20 minutes of stream. If you enjoyed it, so dropping a follow, leaving a like and a comment. Every Reddit thread said it's earnable in Expedition 8, but it wasn't there when you looked. Yeah, it was not. It would have to be there then. Or tradable amongst players who had it to begin with that little bit of time ago. Let's destroy a pirate ship. I've been adventuring for a minute, and we got through with base building for a little while, so I'm okay with running around space-wide, just destroying and wreaking havoc among the known universe. I might have a little fun here soon with loading, I don't know, older versions of the game, but messing with expedition and stuff that just isn't available anymore. I feel like that'd be kind of fun to do. Big bad bomb. Minam. Charred planet. What is this? That is a lovely red hue. Twain Prime. That's funny. Murky planet while brood detected. Moon. Patanip Moga. Scorched moon. Everything is on fire here. This is kind of my domain. Not gonna lie, Hyperborean. That thing is frozen. Never mind. Can't have everything on fire. I'm sad. Big sad. Unfortunately. Going away when I want to go toward. I'm making such decent progress going toward Olvernorn. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow, 4 p.m. all the way to 10. Today was a very long day for me, and I will have a video up tomorrow around 4 p.m. hopefully. That is my goal on the gaming channel, so be sure to go check that out. All those links can be found down below if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not, head over to the YouTube link found in my description on the channel pages. That's TikTok's bio, that's Twitch's scroll down YouTube icon. Yeah. Next week, I'm strongly debating on going to Soulframe just to give this game a nice rest. I know that's like counter counter to Soulframe, because I've been playing that game completely to death. It is on purpose. It is planned, because in reality I have no idea what I want to play, and I feel like that'd be a perfect hub of just ideas flowing from chat. You've played this game a lot. You're almost there with the brand new stuff, and it's still a brand new game. What would you like to do? Recommendations are obliged. I appreciate it. Sub-Zero. Arctic. Frostbound. Dang, that was close. Whoa. Charred, arid, or dead? No, just hot. Hot works. It can't compute, so hot it is. I look back and see a charcoal. That's amazing. I travel 300,000 light years, chat. How close am I to the center? 385, so it wasn't much at all. Sure. Yabursky? Something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that. Had rice on my mustache and on my nose. Just a couple letters and that would say something very different. Flashlight. Yeah, flashlight. New Esleton? New Esleton. New Eccleton. Interesting. I love the red of the sun. That looks really cool to me. That's a name! Scat P4. That's amazing. What did I scan this one? Yes, I did. That's the Scat P4. Okay. Cool system. How about this red one? Gohanyan. Ooh, pardon the lag. Sorry, chat. Golly. Something took out my internet. Don't know what though. I'm sorry for the lag. The video will be a lot smoother, so if you guys are interested in checking that out, you know where to go. Just note that you might want to play some music in the background. Turn it down a little bit so you hear it in the background of the video, because there won't be any music on that one. Except for what's in game. Antagi Rotom. Somebody misspelled angry. Nothing really good in that one. Let's go ahead and head over to here. Get us to a black hole. And then a flat. Across the galaxy. Whoa! Water world? 3 planets, 1 moon. What is this? Humid planet. I can imagine the amount of water on that planet. It's so blue. Hello. So 4 bodies. 3 planets and a moon, it said. Parched planet, so fire. Temperate moon. Kind of good, but oh no, it's 2 planets, 2 moons. Okay. Parched planet. Either everything's on fire or it's very humid. I mean, I found the system, but everything is either aggressive or just not good. I'm not saying dissonance is bad, but that it's not preferred. I don't prefer dissonance. That's just me though. Back all the time. We're in the final 10. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. See you guys in the next one. Okay. I'll be streaming from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Don't forget. Let's see if we can find any more awesome planets. New Elban Sphere. I gotta be careful with some of these names. You said wordy dirt. Don't say wordy dirt. Escust Gamma. Say so. Empty planet. Big oof. 6 bodies. This is 4. Reaching planet. Whoa. That works. 5. Abandoned. Ooh. Toxic, though. Flourishing. Oh, wait, no. I've already scanned that one. There might be one. Oh, wait. Is this one? No. I believe. Yeah, no. That's 4. I've scanned 5. I think that one's 5. Oh, no. That one's 6. Okay. Because I scanned 5 a second ago. That makes this one 6. High radio source, so radioactive. Big oof. I got here via black hole, and then I'm put somewhere next to another black hole. Okay. Radioactive abomination. Ossified planet. Incandescent planet. I believe this makes 5. Empty planet. Black hole. Cool. I say let's go black hole. Big planet. 5. Ohasu. 475,000 years away. Oh my gosh. A mouth. Scorched. Mun. 3. I've just found Elmo 16. Chat. I found the 16th clone of Elmo. And it's called the Reliquary Moon. I love Elmo. I'm gonna give him a hug. Chat. I found Elmo. I'm so happy I found Elmo. Elmo's amazing. Look at Elmo, guys. He hasn't aged a day. That's so awesome. I don't know who peed in the sky, but the rest of this looks actually kind of fire. Yeah, I'll take it. What is that? Chat, what is that? What is that right there? I've never seen something like this before. Polished stone you get from this? So this is a ancient planet type of gist. Huh? Emmo's got some old skeletons in this closet. Kinda crazy, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Let's go and save and chart this. Because I want to save and chart this. And then I think I'm gonna add base computer here. Unless this is already claimed type of gist. Missing components. That's okay though, because I'll get that here in a second. It's not exactly taken. Not exactly taken. 2, 4, 12, 48, 240. 2. Increased by 8. Is it by 4? 2. No. 2, 3, 4. Is that 5? 5 by 48 is 240. So 10. 10 would be... That's wrong. Because I know that's 4. 4... 6? No, because 8 and 5 is 40. Yeah. So that'll increase by 5. 6. Oh, because that goes the number. So 6 of those would be 12. So 0 to... No, 4, 8, 12, 16, 6. Yeah. Huh? Mathematicals don't line up with me, so eventful end to stream, I do say. 240 times 6. That's 12 by default. So 4 by 6. 8, 16, 32. 2, 5. Regardless of number. So, no, single factor. What? I messed up. 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 What happened? Big sad. Big sad. Big sad. It's okay though. That's okay. Fitting end to stream. I couldn't solve the math problem because I'm not a mathematician. I do want to add this base, and I do like this save point right where it is. So I think that'll be it for stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I'll see you guys in the next stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. Don't be late. Bye.